Hey, this is Undead Nightmare 24 back with a video. Hope everyone's doing well out there. It's going to be a Wednesday night horror review. I did watch a film this Wednesday and I decided to review it here, guys. I wanted to share my thoughts and give you guys my opinions. So everyone sit back, relax, enjoy, and let's get this started. My review for this Wednesday is going to be Sleep. It's from 2020. It is an Arrow edition. I have showed this on one of my videos and I got to watch it. This is the reverse art, real nice. It also goes by another name called Schlaf, which means sleep in German, because this is a German horror film, kind of like psychological thriller mixed with horror elements in it. So this is directed by Michael Venus, and he directed a lot of German films. The only one I could find that I could pronounce was Fluss from 2012. So let's get into this film, guys. This film's basically about you got pretty much this daughter named Mona and her mother Marlene, and this film starts off really trippy right away. You got them playing a game of Jenga, which I played, where you have to build the blocks up, and right away you have a scene where the blocks are just floating in the air, and then you have the mom Marlene go into like a nightmarish trip where she wakes up later in bed, not realizing where she was at. And you have her daughter Mona tucking her in, saying she looked after her. So this leads to the story. You got Mona, who's concerned about her. She pretty much recommends that she goes to get help from like doctors in a hospital and stuff like that. And she agrees, but she's curious because she's been drawing a diary about these kind of nightmarish dreams she's having, and she realized the place does exist that's in her dreams. So she decides to go on a trip over there to investigate, to stay at the places where she has dreams. As she goes that way, she ends up pretty much having a mental breakdown, and she's put in a hospital. So you have Mona going to visit her mom Marlene in the hospital and take care of her. So she realizes to stay at the same hotel. It's a hotel which was in pretty much Marlene's dreams. Her daughter Mona goes to this hotel to investigate what happened to her mom and see what's the cause of these dreams, and pretty much investigate through them. She runs into the owner, Otto. His name's Otto. He seems like a real kind and good guy there. So she starts to bond with him, and he starts to help her with anything she needs to investigate in this motel, which he owns, him and his wife. And as she starts to investigate through the motel, she starts to find out stuff about the motel, sinister stuff, and she starts to see stuff that's not really there, and she goes into these like nightmarish worlds, and Mona's starting to realize, am I like my mom? Am I going crazy as well? So she starts to question her sanity, and she starts to unravel more of the story. She starts to find like more of a kind of nightmarish, and like you really can't tell in this film what is real and what's not. You don't know if she's in a dream or not. There's times she's like in reality and she's still in the dream, kind of sleepwalking events and scenes, which was real cool. I thought real unique and different. So as she starts to unravel this, to discover, she starts to go into her own pretty much nightmarish stage, and find the sinister past of this hotel, and the stuff that happened to her mom and what's beginning to happen to her. So that's all I could get into without spoiling this film. It's real shot really well. It's visually stunning. It has excellent cinematography. There's a color scheme. It goes real dark and depressing, and then it'll flip to a color scheme of like reddish colors, which I thought looked really, really nice. There's a lot of symbolism in this film involving an animal, like a boar. I watched this film for an hour and I was really into it, and then like a little past an hour, it just left me saying what the fuck's going on in this movie pretty much. But it's built on atmosphere. Like I said, you can't tell what's a dream and what's not in this film. It's real odd and bizarre. It gives you kind of that like Lynch type director, David Lynch type vibe, Mario Bava. And as I was watching about the director, he was inspired by those two directors. So I right away thought David Lynch, but I didn't know Mario Bava. But those were his two inspirations for this film. It's a very art house type of film. There's some art house films I can watch, some I can't. This is one I definitely enjoyed. I like the soundtrack to this movie too. It's real retro and it's a nice score to this film, pretty much. So, yeah, this is 2020 Sleep. This is one I'd probably have to see. I'll be honest about, I don't know how many times, and I still probably wouldn't understand this film because I was reading on it and it says that it goes into folklore, which I thought would have been an excellent companion to that All Haunts Be Ours by Severin, because this is like a folklore type of film as well. Has to deal with stuff like that. It goes deep into deep meaning, which I heard a lot of people say that from Germany it means a lot to them because they understand it more. But like us that aren't from Germany, it's harder for us to get the point and the understanding of the story behind this. But it's really interesting. This is a film I would watch because I want to learn more on the film, because it is a film that, you know, it's very hard, difficult to understand. You'd have to watch it a bunch of times, and I still think then you'd still have questions. But overall, yeah, solid film. I really enjoyed it. I'm going to get into my thoughts, my opinion on the rating. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5. I really liked it, and this is the type of films that catch my interest. So that's going to be my review for Sleep from 2020. Everyone stay safe out there. Be kind to each other. Hit a like, comment, subscribe. I'd like to hear what you guys think. This is Undead Nightmare 24, back with a video. Keep it horror. Peace.
Du hältst jetzt also deine Albträume für real. Ich muss es verstehen, Mona, sonst kann ich das nicht ändern. Was kann ich für Sie tun?
Was habe ich gesehen? Einen Sonnenhügel. Unser Hotel. Auf Steinbach! Auf Steinbach!
Aua.
Das ist die Tochter von unserem Notfall.
Hallo. Haben Sie was mitbekommen? Sie haben sich alle umgebracht. Überleg dir gut, was du jetzt machst. Die sind stark und gefährlich. Ich wach. Kennst du das, wenn du aufwachst und der Traum ist noch da?
You're just another victim. You're just another victim, kid. You're just another victim. You're just another victim, kid.